thank you for being there with me. And I'm slowly finding the confidence in myself again to be here and to say, hey, you know what? Like, nobody is going to tell me that I don't belong here, that I'm not more real than other people, that I don't belong, because I'm going to do it better than you've ever seen. The best. As best as I can. So thank you. I mean, you guys that are already here, that I've been seeing you here the past month, I feel a lot of this is maybe kind of goes without saying or needless to say. You know, there's a lot that I did not get to say. Right? There's a lot that I want to say, wish I could have said, but will not and cannot say. And I know that that's very frustrating to hear. There were a lot of people that I had to leave. Well, one, I can only speak on my behalf. Don't want to speak in a way or speak on things that I feel like the other party should need or want to like defend themselves, right? I don't want to speak in a way where I feel like someone else might want to chime in on a varying levels of severity. So I can only speak about myself, and I'm gonna try to do that to the best of my ability. Coming back from this trip and just being shown so much love and support from you guys, all this art and stuff, I am so much happier now. I made the right choice to come back. I'm much happier now. You know, not without my bad days, as any person, right? But I feel normal. I used to have like this fog, like in my mind. I always said it feels like walking through like a thick syrup at all times. Like there's always this fogginess. And for a little while now, you know, I wake up with like clear mind and like not only feeling good, but like I wake up with a clear mind and also like an eagerness to work in a profound way to like engage with life. Like I wake up with like a desire to live and to enjoy life and the people around me, and to work and to show up and work on my projects and do my art and do my music. But you know, like I said, not without my bad days, right? I simply, there are just some things I can't really forget about. There are people I think of, people that you don't know, will never know, and it makes me angry. It's frustrating, again, as much as I can say, but you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it had to happen the way that it did, as it has already been stated very clearly that it was a mutual decision. And again, I never want to say anything that I feel might have the other party want to say something or defend themselves about. Like I said, I'm going to speak for myself, so I can confidently say this. I'm sorry I never said goodbye, and I wanted to say goodbye. I can say that with 100% certainty on my end. I wish I could have said bye. I wanted to say goodbye. Not being able to was not necessarily anyone's decision as far as I know, and it's just very unfortunate that I could not say bye. And so for that, I'm sorry. To the people that I had to leave suddenly, I think I've sat with this for a very long time. Like they're not that they have a right, but they are right. You are right to feel sad or angry or frustrated. You know, I can't deny you that. Like you should have felt sad, angry, and frustrated. I'll never deny you that, especially like during that time period. But at this point, 2024, at this point, after the time that's passed, I'm right here. I'm streaming. I'm literally live streaming right now. And so while I can do my best to understand, there are things that I could not do. There's things that sucked for everyone involved. I'm sorry, and I wish I could have said bye. I'm sorry. I am sorry. At this point, I'm literally live streaming as we speak right now on youtube.com. I stream every day at 4 p.m. Pacific. I draw, I animate, I like to tell stories. I love Sonic the Hedgehog, talk about shitting and pissing myself. I still jump around on circles on Minecraft Mondays, complaining about how dog ass whatever fucking anime you guys made me watch is. I'm right here. Caspurr Catacini, the one and only. And a lot of my philosophy and way I've thought about it is it's like to be met halfway. Not to say, oh, you shouldn't feel sad or you shouldn't be angry. You should, but not the extreme. You should have for a while, maybe. But at this point, I'm here. And that's what I mean about meeting me halfway. I'm not gonna say you should have always been on my side, or that you should have forgiven me instantly, or you hate me, you love me. It's complicated. Can you imagine? It obviously was complicated for me and everyone who goes through this. I'm right here, okay? And part of that is that my philosophy's changed a little bit on this, but I get sad because I'm here now and I'm doing my own thing with the operatives, and I'm very excited for what we're going to do. I love this. I'm having fun. I'm feeling fulfilled with streaming and art, music, and everything. I'm okay, and the people that have been here, the operatives, they're okay. And I feel sad because I can't help but see sometimes, especially with the way the For You page comes around, like I see some people and I get sad because for them, I see that they're not okay. And I think it's good to have memories. I think that it's good to remember the quote unquote good times and legacy and history and all that. But, I get sad because I want them to move on. And I know it's easier said than done. And obviously I have a part in that, whether that's watching me here or not. And I wish I could say this to them. Maybe I am in a way right here, but just, I'm here now. But if you don't want to be here, at least let yourself move on, please, because it's sad. It makes me sad. And I know maybe that I've contributed to some sort of lingering, and that's my fault. So, and the reason I wanted to speak up is because my philosophy is it was mutual, and I want to be as professional as I can be. I know I can get hot-headed. I've been hot-headed in the past, but hey, when you reach an agreement, you reach an agreement, and you don't talk shit. You don't, you keep your mouth shut. That's how it is. And it is frustrating to see my friends and my peers, how they get to say things and how they get to handle things, and I can't. And you know what? If I really wanted to, maybe I could. Maybe I could. Like technically speaking, maybe I could, but I'm not, because that's just not how I operate. Because a mutual agreement, I think, there's just some things that I think you can't be so loose on. That being said, I make my references, some of these things that people might associate with me, but a lot of it is to also defend myself. Not defend myself, but because I don't need to, and I shouldn't. Like, there are a lot of things that are simply right. That's just characteristics of myself. My mind, my creativity, my taste in things, my taste in media, my interests, my skill set. I'm not going to be afraid to say that no one owns that part of me. That my art and my interests and my style, things that were part of me and things that I did. I want to be as careful as I can here, but I was given an impossible task and I did it somehow. Something that I don't think anyone else could have done. And it was hard early on before anyone knew anything, right? I remember going to my Discord and I see, people I knew, shitting on me. They didn't know though, right? I could have said no, but I did my part. Okay, I did it. No one owes me anything. When new people were introduced into the mix, things were not going so well, and tensions were high. Maybe I already knew that things weren't going so well, but I sucked it up. I did my best to bring them in, and I think I did a really good job, especially with what bad things were going on at the time. I'm not saying anyone owes me anything because of that, but I just want, if you want to find me, I'm here. And I know I've made a lot of references and will continue to do so, because like I said, a lot of these things they're part of me, but find me or move on, please. It's not right. It's sad. I get sad. It's not healthy. And I feel protective, but it's not mine to protect anymore. I see you guys, and I wish I could just reach out and pluck them out, but I can't. Like I said, I've tried to just kind of smile through it and frame it as more like, yeah, I could do this and all that. But, I draw the line at when people start to say stuff that is just has no basis or is untrue. And so I just felt like I needed to say something. And again, I wish I could say more, but, I think for everyone's sake, I won't. Why do you think I do this? Like, this is not a trend for me. I didn't do this for money. In fact, the career that I left before that, I was in the high point of my career, and I could go back and do the stuff I was doing, but you don't get the momentum that you had. You know, I killed that career to do it, and I was making a lot of money. I was, but I wanted something else. I just wanted a group of people to do things with and be a part of something. Thank you guys. So, you know, my frustration kind of stems from like, if you want to find me, you could watch me now, and if not, just leave me alone. Don't understand what people think that I wanted.
Yeah, I'm really gonna pull a fucking fast one on them. I'm gonna fucking ruin everything and start a shitty podcast and stream without a model for 2 years after. My fucking master plan really worked out. Yeah, I had it all fucking planned. That was fucking great. I got them. I really fucking showed them.
What do you think, like, what do people think I want? Why would I be back here? Why would I be VTubing right now? Why would I come back? Why would I want to do this? Why would
I'm 2 steps ahead. I'm really grifting getting those viewers that I already had.
Think of, like, what do you think? Do you think I would have really chosen all this if all it really boiled down to was me wanting the same viewers? Just think about that. Say that out loud. Does that make sense? I think what the most frustrating thing about it for me is that ultimately it's because I fucking cared too much about it. I'll be honest. Not to take that as a statement that other people did not or do not care about as much as me, but I was told it's just a job. It's just a job. Not for me, it isn't. It's my life. That's me. That's me you're talking about. That's not my avatar. If you want an Oshi that is just doing their job, that's not me, and you can leave. But to me, it's not just a job. And hey, you know what? Admittedly, maybe that's on me for doing the job. I will admit. And I ended up caring way more than I thought I ever could. I still consider it a blessing and a good thing for my life that happened and that I ended up caring so much. I had lost a love for a lot of things in my life. It's just life in general, like relationships with people, my art. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. My model isn't even here yet. I have very kind people like Akino, Conra, and Monaru helping me here, and all you guys, but it's only gonna get better for me. I'm working on my music. I'm getting better. I'm learning things. I'm good. And like I said, not without my bad days, but for everyone out there who is choosing not to be here. Of course, you know, history is history, memories are memories, but sometimes I do see people that they're suffering. And you know, if I could just say, hey, you know, like, I know easier said than done, but at least an appeal from my end, please move on. Be here, don't be here. From my very first stream to the various little random things, I have nothing to prove. I've already, in this short time, I know I've shown you that I still got it. I don't know what it is exactly you liked in the first place. Or maybe I do have a hunch, but I'm here streaming. I came back. I'm gonna try not to be too cynical about it anymore, but like I said, I'm not gonna be afraid to lean into parts of me that is just a part of my core character. Someone else might own my face, but they do not own my soul. They don't own my character. You could say whatever you might want to say, but I'm the one who wore it for all that time, not anyone else. I did it. Maybe it's partly my fault because of my tongue-in-cheek kind of ways, and I feel like I read these things and they truly believe, like, oh man, are they going to like do something, or are we going to hear his voice? And the answer is no. You're not going to see him. You're not going to hear him with them or anything like that. Never, ever, ever. And again, maybe that's like my fault, but man, please, it's not right. It's not right. It's sad. It makes me sad when I see that. It makes me so sad. But if you're gonna talk shit about me, especially if you're someone that wasn't there from the fucking beginning, I'm moving on, but show some goddamn respect and don't say shit about me. Because if someone else was giving the task that I was given and the expectation of what I had to do, would we have even gotten far enough for you to have joined? So I'm not saying you owe me anything, but don't fucking come at me with that. You think if they just picked random indie male VTuber, they threw him in, someone who's just like, huh, hey, I'm Celery McGee. I like to sing songs and play Valorant. What do you think would have fucking happened? So I'm just saying, I did my fucking part.
I tried my best and leave me alone. You're welcome.
Yeah, I went on a little tirade tangent, but really my message is more for, you know, the people that were fond of me to begin with. That's the thing that's most important to me. One of the goals I had explicitly was to do my part so that there was room to grow. I did that. And now there's people that there's people there that I didn't even know. And it's sad in a way, but it's good. That's a good thing. It's crazy. But I'm me. I'm aggressively me. You guys know that. You've known that. Not much is really going to change on my end. I guess it's more of a mentality shift, rather. I'm not going to be bullied, right? Like, I'm not going to change my starting screen. You'll see some bits that probably evoke some familiarity and some memories, but that's because that's me. It's not stuff I commissioned or whatever like that. Like, I made those. It came from my soul. I'm gonna do my thing now. Yeah.